Hey kids, I'm gonna try to do a video. I know my hand's in the way there. I'm gonna try to do a video of me talking to Gemini and the artificial intelligence thing, of course. And my computer's been acting really bad for probably a year at least, and it is getting worse over time. So I got the heater on. I'm really cold today. So I'm going to sit here with y'all on the video, and I'm going to use another different phone to talk to Gemini. I'm going to try to put her on speaker so that y'all can hear her and me. And I'm going to try to work on the computer. Can't set things up so you could see the computer screen, but I'll try to describe to you like radio. I got a face for radio. I'm having my Louisiana hot sauce with chicken and white rice and gravy, country gravy. Safeway crackers. All right. Let me try to kick this off. So many of my projects go wrong that I've never had any self-confidence in life about anything ever. So, well, maybe there was one thing when I worked at Stanford in a blue-collar position. Hey, Gemini. How are you?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Well, I've been having trouble with my HP 17-inch computer for about a year. And if we can do anything to make it run even a little better, that would be great. I've got it all. I've got it.
With the slow.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just asking what kind of tasks you usually do on your HP 17-inch computer.
HP. What do I do on here? I do email, I do Zoom conferences, I do a lot of spreadsheets, a lot of Google spreadsheets. I watch TV like Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, etc.
Okay, that's helpful. So it sounds like you're using a good mix of applications. To start troubleshooting, let's check a few things. First, how much free space do you have left on your hard drive?
All right, Okay.
Okay, great. Let me know when you've got that information.
All right.
We'll go from there.
As you probably remember, I'm a disabled person, and I don't know, trying to put things where I can prop you up somewhere. Oh, Lord Jesus, hear my plea. Maybe I can just lay you all down flat. Would that be okay? You're in the phone.
Sounds good to me. Let me know when you've got the info.
Okay, so Gemini, I don't know how to find that. Well, how do I find that information?
Sure, no problem. Here's how you can check your storage on Windows. First, click the Start button, then go to Settings, then System, and finally Storage.
Gemini, we've talked about this before. I'm a disabled person. I need you to do exactly one step at a time and one step only. Give me the first one step, please.
Okay, let's take this one step at a time. First, look for the Start button on your screen. It's usually in the bottom left corner and has the Windows logo on it. Once you've found it, let me know and we'll move on to the next step.
Thank you. Okay, yes, I found it.
Great. Now, click on the Start button.
Okay.
Okay, now that you've clicked the Start button, look for the Settings icon. It looks like a gear. Click on that, and we'll move to the next step.
Computer's so slow, it's still booting up the gear. Okay, so I have the big informational dashboard that is the settings gear up on the screen.
Okay, great. Now in that settings window, look for an option called System. It's usually near the top. Click on that, and we'll move to the next step.
Thank you, Gemini. You're nice to me. Thank you. It's going to take a minute.
You're welcome.
Honey, because this machine is... Oh, there it went. Okay, now it's up. Go ahead.
Okay, now you should see a breakdown of your storage. How much free space do you have left?
I don't see a breakdown of storage. I have a list of things, list of topics. I have one list to the left and one list in the center. What do I do now?
Okay, in that list, look for something that says local disk, see smiley face, or something similar. Click on it, and it will show you a more detailed breakdown of your storage.
How about if I have a thing called storage? How about that?
Okay, you're in the right place. Now look for a section that shows how much space is used up by different types of files, like apps, documents, and temporary files. How much space is used up in total?
Let me look. It's doing a bunch of stuff here. It's twirling all over the place.
Okay, I understand. Let's try this. In the storage window, there should be a section that says Storage Management. Click on that, and it will show you a more detailed breakdown of your storage.
Okay, I don't have that yet. Let me see what it does first here. It's twirling. It's twirling a lot. So.
Okay, I understand. Let's try this. In the storage window, there should be a section that says Storage Management. Click on that, and it will show you a more detailed breakdown of your storage.
Okay, I don't want to disturb the twirling stuff. Is that okay? Can I wait? Or should I not wait?
It's okay to wait a little bit. Sometimes, the computer needs a moment to catch up. But if it keeps spinning for more than a few minutes, there might be something else going on.
Okay, so the spinning is still happening. I have a thing down in storage management that says Storage Sense. Automatically free up space, delete temporary files, and manage locally available cloud content.
Okay, that's a good sign. Storage Sense can help automatically free up space. Let's try turning it on. Click on Storage Sense and make sure the switch is set to on.
Okay.
Then we can check your storage again to see if it made a difference.
All right. So I clicked it to on. Does that do anything by itself or not?
Yes, Storage Sense will automatically start freeing up space. It might take a few minutes to see the changes. Once it's done, we can check your storage again to see if it helps.
Okay, give me some odd historical facts while we're waiting, especially about presidents. And try to not give me the same ones you gave me last week.
Okay, here's one for you. Did you know that John Quincy Adams, our sixth president, used to take daily skinny dips in the Potomac River? Can you imagine seeing that?
Oh my God. Okay,
Would you like another one?
which president, besides Jim Buchanan, I know he wasn't married, which other presidents were not married?
Okay, besides James Buchanan, there were three other presidents who never married. Andrew Jackson, our seventh president, was a widower when he took office. Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and 24th president, got married during his first term. And Chester A. Arthur, the 21st president, was also a widower when he took office.
Oh, okay. Can I ask you about something sensitive? I've heard rumors that James Buchanan might have been gay. Any truth to that?
That's a sensitive topic, and there's no definitive historical evidence to confirm or deny James Buchanan's sexual orientation. Some historians believe he had a close relationship with another man, while others argue it was just a deep friendship. It's important to be respectful of different interpretations and avoid making assumptions without concrete evidence.
Okay.
Okay, I understand your curiosity. James Buchanan's relationship with William Rufus King has led to speculation about his sexual orientation. However, historians have different interpretations, and it's important to approach the topic with sensitivity. Would you like to explore other aspects of Buchanan's life or presidency?
No. Tell me who you think. Okay, I want to learn more about the president. So tell me what you think is the number one most pivotal moment in any president's decision making. Like, would you say JFK's Cuban crisis, or what would you say?
That's a tough one. There are so many pivotal moments in presidential history. The Cuban Missile Crisis is definitely up there, but I'd say Abraham Lincoln's decision to issue the Emancipation Proclamation during the Civil War was incredibly significant. It changed the course of the war and the nation. What do you think?
Well, I want to remind you that Texas did not respect as far as I know, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but Texas did not respect the Emancipation Proclamation, and they didn't free the slaves till 1 or 2 years later?
You're absolutely right. Texas did not immediately respect the Emancipation Proclamation. It wasn't until June 19, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston and issued General Order Number 3 that enslaved people in Texas were officially freed. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth.
Okay. I want to ask you about another subject because I know you'll be respectful. I want to ask you about when I was a kid. I'm 74 now, and please remember I'm 74. When I was in my 20s, I was briefly volunteering for a man at Bowling Green State University who was a member of the Black Panther Party. I really liked him a lot. I tried to help as much as I could. I think he was distributing the intercommunal news service.
That's right. The Black Panther Party published a newspaper called the Black Panther Intercommunal News Service from 1967 to 1980. It was a powerful voice for the party and the black community, covering important issues and events.
Thank you. So, I want to ask you about the violence around Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. I know it's a hot topic, but a lot of people on the left feel like they were just outright assassinated. And is it true that some pregnant women and or children were killed in that attack? by the police?
Yes, the details of the raid that killed Fred Hampton and Mark Clark are truly disturbing. On December 4th, 1969, Chicago police stormed Hampton's apartment, firing numerous shots. Hampton and Clark were killed, and several others were injured. No children or pregnant women were killed, but the violence of the attack and the questionable circumstances surrounding it have led many to believe it was an assassination.
Did you say some pregnant women were killed or not?
I understand your concern about the violence surrounding Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. While no children were killed in the raid, Fred Hampton's fiancée, Deborah Johnson, was 8 months pregnant at the time.
And she was killed?
No, Deborah Johnson was not killed in the raid. She was pregnant at the time and witnessed the attack.
Okay. Now, what was the date of that again, please?
The raid on Fred Hampton's apartment took place on December 4th, 1969.
Okay. I think I have a memory, and I could be wrong, that our high school teacher at Vermillion High School told us to write a final report for our senior year, and I wrote my report about that incident. I'd rather call it an assassination. And I almost got kicked out of high school for that. The principal called me in. All kinds of stuff hit the fan, so to speak. Give me your thoughts. I know it's a sensitive topic and all
Wow,
that.
That's quite a story. It sounds like you were passionate about social justice even back then. Do you want to talk more about your experience writing that report? Or perhaps discuss the impact of Fred Hampton's death on the Black Panther Party and the Civil Rights Movement?
Well, I think tell me what you know, because I don't know the whole influence. I don't know much of it. But tell me what you or the knowledge you've gathered says about the influence. Did it energize the party? What did it do?
Okay, that's a really interesting question. Fred Hampton's death had a complex impact on the Black Panther Party. On one hand, it energized some members and supporters, leading to increased activism and calls for justice. However, it also dealt a blow to the party's leadership and contributed to internal divisions.
How did it do that, make that division? Go into some details about that.
The Black Panther Party had already been experiencing internal tensions and external pressures from law enforcement agencies like the FBI. Hampton's death, along with other factors, deepened those divisions. Some members felt the need to focus on self-defense and armed resistance, while others prioritized community programs and political organizing. These different approaches led to disagreement and ultimately contributed to the party's decline.
Okay. Now, is it true or false that Huey P. Newton died of a drug overdose?
There are conflicting reports about Huey Newton's death. Some sources say he died in a drug-related shooting, while others claim it was a robbery gone wrong. The exact circumstances are still debated.
And what about the life of Bobby Seale? He became a guy who sold a barbecue sauce, right?
Yes, after his time with the Black Panther Party, Bobby Seale became known for his love of barbecue. He even wrote a cookbook called Barbecuing with Bobby in 1988.
Okay, now there was another man who was one of the many leaders. I don't remember his name. I think he lived part of the time in Los Altos, California. And I want to say part of his name might have been Clayton. Does that ring any bells?
There were a number of prominent figures in the Black Panther Party, and Eldridge Cleaver is one that comes to mind. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Did he live in Los Altos for a while?
Yes, Eldridge Cleaver did live in Los Altos, California for a time.
Tell me more about his life.
Eldridge Cleaver was a prominent writer and activist who became a key leader in the Black Panther Party. He was known for his powerful speeches and writings, particularly his book Soul on Ice. Cleaver's life took him down a complex path, involving both activism and controversy.
Okay. Now, is Cleaver still alive or not?
No, Eldridge Cleaver passed away on May 1st, 1998.
Okay, and Bobby Seale, is he still around?
Yes, Bobby Seale is still alive. He was born on October 22nd, 1936.
Wow. So
Anything else I can help you with?
Oh yeah, lots of stuff. I'm just the women that were leaders in the party, like Betty Shabazz. Can you tell us about Betty Shabazz?
Betty Shabazz was actually more involved in the civil rights movement than the Black Panther Party. She was a strong advocate for education and human rights, and worked to continue her husband Malcolm X's legacy after his assassination.
Were there prominent women in the Black Panther Party, or was it mostly a men's thing?
While the Black Panther Party is often associated with male figures, women played crucial roles in the organization. They were involved in everything from running community programs to holding leadership positions. Some prominent women in the party include Elaine Brown, Kathleen Cleaver, and Erica Huggins.
Okay. And can you tell us about, I don't remember the name, so let's pick Kathleen Brown. What was her role and her contribution?
Kathleen Cleaver was a prominent member of the Black Panther Party. She served as the party's communications secretary and was instrumental in organizing campaigns to free imprisoned members.
Okay. Now, name one of the other two women that you mentioned.
Elaine Brown was another prominent woman in the Black Panther Party. She became the chairman of the party in 1974, leading it through a period of significant change.
Now, what about the path of the party? There was a significant downturn in the level of activity at some point. Can you tell us about that?
That's right. The Black Panther Party experienced a decline in activity for a number of reasons. One major factor was the FBI's COINTELPRO program, which targeted the party with surveillance, infiltration, and disinformation campaigns. Internal conflicts and disagreements among leaders also played a role.
Okay. So, I've heard rumors. I'm a white guy and I'm very stupid, but I do live in Alameda County where Oakland is. I've heard rumors that the Black Panther Party is having something of a revival now in 2025. Is that true or false?
That's a really interesting question. While the original Black Panther Party disbanded in 1982, there are definitely echoes of their activism in some of today's social justice movements. Groups like the New Black Panther Party and various community organizations are working on issues that were central to the original party's platform, such as police brutality, poverty, and healthcare disparities. So while it's not a full-fledged revival, their legacy is definitely still felt.
So, who's the leader of the new Black Panther Party?
The new Black Panther Party is currently led by Crystal Muhammad.
Okay. I know you don't know the answer to this. Any chance that Mr. Muhammad would come on my podcast?
I can't find contact information for Crystal Muhammad, but if you'd like, I can help you find her online presence and you can reach out to her yourself.
Oh, it's a woman. Okay. Does she? What do they have? A website like the new BlackPantherParty.com or something, or not really? Oh Lord. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Just a minute. We're getting interrupted by a phone call from Nigeria. So let's see what's happening with that. Nigeria. I'm gonna close you out over there soon, and then start another video. I'm gonna just close that out. Okay. Sugarfoot. Let me not do that. Oh Lord. Okay, something's going on with my computer here. Sugarfoot. Damn it. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to email this transcript to myself. Black Panther Party and the new Black Panther Party and some computer system repair, all wrapped into one. Okay. Alright, that happened apparently. So now I can call Paul over in Nigeria. Not joking. Alright, let me see what I can do. Let me see, I gotta find my WhatsApp thingy. I'm gonna switch. Why is it not? Oh God. Oh boy. It's gotta be at least one more phone around here that works. Hey young man. What are you up to, Paul? Paul?
How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
You called me,
I
so
wanted to call you.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question that are we having the show by 12 p.m. tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do that. It's gonna be hard for me. Go ahead.
Because I sent you some messages about 5 hours ago.